The Bhotia slash and burn practice of agriculture is also known as shifting agriculture. The type of commercial agriculture which is practiced on a large state for growing of a single crop continuously is known as plantation agriculture. It is known as plantation agriculture. Now, moving ahead, we have fill in the blanks on second question. So, all the colors that you are seeing in brown, they are the answers. Wheat is grown in the mid-latitudinal and dry subtropical regions. Cotton, jute and natural silk are natural fibers. These are not edible fibers, right? So coffee plant needs hot and humid climate. Deltas, river valleys, coastal plains with rainfall above 100 centimeter are ideal for the cultivation of rice. When animals are reared along with the cultivation of land, it is known as mixed farming. Now, moving to next question. Write a technical term or an appropriate word for each of the following statements. These questions are very, very important. So, do learn it properly. The science and art of raising crops, rearing of livestock, forestry and fishing is known as agriculture. A type of agricultural system in which a farmer and his family grow crop for self-sustenance is known as subsistence agriculture. Agriculture practiced on a very large scale for crop specialization is known as commercial agriculture. The commercial grazing of farm animals in temperate grasslands to obtain meat, wool, hides, skins and some dairy products are known as livestock ranching. People who migrate along with their animals from one place to another in search of fodder for their animals, they are known as nomads. So these were the question of ABC. Now we'll be moving to the descriptive type of question. So first question goes like, when and how did agriculture start along the river valley? And what is the wider definition of agriculture now? So dear children, whenever there is a question, just start from the beginning. As soon as man started living in a settled life, agriculture started. So the answer goes like this. Agriculture started when man fell for community living. When he started growing crops and living in a family system in smaller groups, then agriculture started along with the river valleys. Why river valleys? We have already discussed in the classroom. Agriculture means cultivation of land, and in wider terms, agriculture is the science and art of raising crops, rearing of livestock, forestry and fishing. All these combined is known as agriculture. Now coming to the next question. Highlight the importance of agriculture for people around the world. You just minus agriculture from people's life and you'll see what is the outcome. Many of the countries will fall economically. Agriculture is the core dependency of mankind even in this high-tech world. Most of the population of the world still depends upon agriculture. It is not only related to growing crops, rather several food and other industries are based on agriculture and they are flourishing. So, agriculture remains very important for people around the world. Coming to next question. Describe any 3 new techniques used in agriculture to increase the production of crops. 3 new techniques used in agriculture to increase the production of crops are: farmers are using HYV, high yielding variety seeds. The seeds, those are high yielding, giving much of the crops than before. Fertilizers are also used by farmers, and tissue culture is the technique that is also used to increase production. Coming to question number 4. What type of soil, temperature and rainfall is required for the cultivation of wheat and rice? The type of soil, temperature and rainfall is required for the cultivation of wheat and rice are as follows. Soil is loamy soil for wheat, and for rice it is alluvial, loamy and clayey soils. What should be the temperature? It should be between 10 degree to 15 degree, and for rice it should be 24 degrees centigrade and above. Harvesting of wheat is also done between 20 to 25 degrees centigrade. And what amount of rainfall do we need for wheat? 75 to 100 centimeter, and rice needs a lot of water, above 100 centimeter. Now coming to the last question of question number D. What is meant by nomadic herding? Which are the most important reasons for nomadic herding? So nomadic herding means the herding of animals by the nomads of the world is known as nomadic herding. The most important reason for nomadic herding are Central and Western Asia, East and Southwest Asia, Africa, Northern Eurasia, the part that is between Europe and Asia, and in India, Bhotias and Gujars. Now we come to the last question, last descriptive question, question number E, and that is, answer the following questions. What are the major differences between the farm agriculture of USA and India? So I have simply made a table of it. So you can see farm agriculture of USA. What is it? Skilled, high capital investment, extensive use of advanced technology, large farms, but yield per hectare is comparatively low. And what happens in India? Farm agriculture of India. Now you can see what is the difference basically. We are mostly unskilled. We still use the primitive era techniques to grow crops. Low capital investment, marginal use of modern technology. Correct? Small land holding but yield per hectare is high. So this is the main difference between US and India. Moving to the next question. Describe any 5 advantages of using biotech for agricultural development. So 5 advantages of using biotechnology for agriculture development are, this is some so it improves the value of existing plants, it improves the nutrition quality of a plant, it improves the production, it reduces the disease, and it also reduces the plant infection, etc. Now explain any 3 physical factors influencing the agricultural development in an area. They are relief, climate, and soil. So answer goes like, plains are more suitable for agriculture than the highlands. Density of population is generally high in plains. This helps in providing cheap labor and market for farm products. Also, it is easier to use modern equipment on plain regions. Climate, it influences the agricultural development in an area. Each crop has its own requirement of temperature and rainfall. The variation in climate conditions supports different crop patterns. And soil, it influences the agricultural development. Each crop has its own requirement of soil. According to the soil type, a large variety of crops are grown in different parts of the world. Now coming to question number 4. How is subsistence agriculture different from the commercial agriculture? So subsistence agriculture, farmers use low levels of technology. They grow crops for self-sustenance. In this farming, small land is cultivated. No use capital is needed in this farming, and in this farming, household labor is used. Commercial agriculture, farmers use advanced levels of technology. Farmers grow crops for selling. In this farming, large land is cultivated. Huge capital is needed in this farming, and in this farming, agricultural equipment is used. In my opinion, commercial farming is more useful for India, because our economy is more or less based upon farming. So commercial is more useful for India. Coming to last question. How do the size of land holdings, labor, and capital influence the agricultural development in an area? Explain. The size of land holdings, labor, and capital influence the agricultural development in an area in this way. Size of land holdings. The size of farms affect the agricultural pattern and the yield per unit hectare. It all depends upon the size of the land that we need to cultivate. The small fields are mostly not economical. Labor is the availability of labor has great influence on cropping pattern of a region. The labor requirement varies with different crops. Capital means punji, the money. The cultivation of commercial crops using new technologies require more capital, and then compared in traditional way of cultivation. So these were the question answer of chapter agriculture. It has finished. Now we'll be moving to map skills. So let's see.